When you buy a plane ticket, you might think that's how airlines make money. But here's the hidden truth. Many airlines earn more selling miles than selling seats, and that simple loyalty point in your wallet has quietly turned into a multi-billion-dollar business. Today, we're exposing the economics of frequent flyer miles, a system that started as a perk for loyal travelers, but evolved into one of the most profitable products in the airline industry. It's a story about banks, loyalty, and how airlines discovered that your credit card is far more valuable than your passport. Frequent flyer programs began in the 1980s. At first, it was simple: fly more, earn points, get free flights. Airlines designed these programs to build loyalty in a competitive market. But then, something unexpected happened. Banks realized they could buy miles from airlines and give them to their customers as credit card rewards. For airlines, this meant a whole new revenue stream, selling miles in bulk to banks. Let's look at the numbers. In 2019, before the pandemic, American Airlines generated over $5.7 billion just by selling miles to banks. That was more than they earned from actually flying passengers. Delta, United, and others saw the same trend. Loyalty programs, once a side perk, became their most reliable profit center. Think about it. An airline ticket price changes daily, but selling miles to banks, that's steady, predictable cash flow. Here's the cycle. A bank like Citi or Chase buys billions of miles from an airline. They give those miles to customers through credit card rewards. Customers spend more on their cards, chasing free flights. The bank wins from transaction fees and interest. The airline wins because they already got paid for the miles, whether or not you ever redeem them. Here's the sneaky part. Not everyone uses their miles. In fact, around 20% of all miles issued are never redeemed. This phenomenon is called breakage. For airlines, breakage is pure profit. They sold the miles, but don't have to deliver a seat. Imagine selling gift cards knowing 1 in 5 will never be used. That's free money. And when you do redeem miles, airlines control the game. Seats for rewards are limited, often require fees, and blackout dates make it tricky. Many people end up paying extra or needing to buy additional miles to complete a trip. So the free flight isn't really free. It's another clever funnel into spending more money with the airline. During the pandemic, airlines lost billions because planes were grounded, but loyalty programs kept them alive. United Airlines actually used its frequent flyer program as collateral for a $5 billion loan. Why? Because Wall Street recognized the loyalty program was more valuable than the airline itself. Think about that. The promise of miles on a credit card had more financial weight than actual airplanes. It's not just the US. In Canada, Air Canada spun off its loyalty program, Aeroplan, into a separate company worth billions. In Asia and Europe, airlines now treat loyalty programs like financial assets, not just marketing tools. Why does this system work so well? Psychology. People overvalue points. A customer might spend thousands on a card to get a free $500 flight and feel like they won. Airlines and banks exploit this psychology to lock customers in, creating an endless loop of spending. But there's a catch. Just like money, miles lose value over time. Airlines quietly devalue their programs, raising the number of miles needed for a ticket. It's inflation, but for loyalty points. And who pays the price? The consumer chasing that ever-distant free trip. So the next time you proudly say you're earning miles, remember, the airline already cashed in. For them, miles aren't a gift. They're a billion-dollar product, sold by the billions, fueling one of the most profitable and hidden businesses in the travel industry. This is the hidden economics of airlines, where loyalty is worth more than flying.